Hey guys, I'm back and I'm here with a new makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to be sharing with you this everyday glam. This is like a super easy everyday drugstore glam. If you guys want to see how I achieve this look using mostly Wet n Wild products but all drugstore products, then just continue to watch.
Oh girl, so fierce.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this mop up so I can work. Girl, I'm gonna go ahead and brush out my eyebrows. I'm using the Morphe R44. I love it. And then I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Colorion Kolh Eyeliner in the color Pretty and Mink. And I'm just going to line my brows with this pencil. This pencil is super creamy, so you do have to make sure that it's super sharp. But I do like the fact that it's creamy, because I can just outline the brow and then go in with the R44 on the other side and then just blend it out. Now it is a little darker than I usually go for, but I think it's a pretty good pencil for the price. I'll leave the price down in the description box below. So to clean up my brows, I'm going to be using a Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the color 36 and a brush that's like a concealer brush from this brand name Shoe. I found this at like one of my local like makeup stores, like kind of like where they sell like LA Girl concealers and like Italia and like those cheaper nabby brands and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to list it down below, but if I do, I will definitely put it down below because I like it a lot. So I'm going to use that same concealer and go ahead and get this Real Techniques brush and blend it out just so I have a smooth slate to work with. It's nice and even. All the color of my lid is like one color. And then to go ahead and set that concealer, I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild eyeshadow in the color Creme Brulee. I love this shade because it's like a perfect muted shade. It's like a setting powder almost, but like in an eyeshadow. And it just makes everything nice and smooth, and all my shadows go on really nice and smooth. So I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild MegaGlow contour palette in the color 75A Caramel Toffee. And I'm going to use this as my transition color, so I'm going to be using the warmer side of it just because the palette that I'm going to be using from Wet n Wild doesn't have a transition shade, because this palette is really old. I think these palettes were created like over 10 years ago. It's the Comfort Zone palette. This is a staple in like art. Used to be a really staple in the makeup community, but now they kind of fell off. But these shadows are amazing, so don't sleep on them. But they don't have a good transition matte shade. They're pretty much all shimmers. So I'm going to be taking that crease color and putting it in my crease, and then I go ahead and define the outer V with that definer shade. So I like it if you're a beginner because it kind of tells you where to place the shades. But again, like I said, there is no matte shades. And I think because back in the day, a lot of people weren't really doing the whole transition shade with the matte color or anything like that. It was basically about the formula, and a lot of the shimmer shades were the ones that give you the color payoff. So I'm just blending this all out, making sure that all of it's seamless, and then I'm going to cut the crease using the concealer that we used earlier. And just a like concealer brush. It's similar to the one I was using for my eyebrow, but it's a lot thinner at the tip. So I really like it. It gives me a nice clean line like you're looking for to cut the crease. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that lid shade. And this is just like a really nice shimmery champagne color that you're just going to apply all over your lid. I like it because it shows off the cut crease really well. It's still really light, but it does add some pigment and some shimmer. So I'm going to take that lid shade and I'm going to put it on the lid. I know this is a lot of shimmer, but it looks really good in person. So I had two Wet n Wilds to choose from. I ended up using the H2O from Wet n Wild. I really do like that eyeliner because it dries down pretty matte and it lasts all day. Then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara in Blackest Black. I really like that one. It is my favorite mascara. I'm just going to coat those top lashes before I put falsies on. And for falsies, I'm using the Ardell Wispie lashes. I love these lashes. They're so affordable and they're so easy to apply. And they just look great. I always get compliments when I wear these. I do like to double them up, but on this video, I decided, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and wear one pair and let the shadow take over the look. So I'm just going to apply these, and then I'm going to prime my skin using the Baby Skin Primer. I really don't care for this primer, to be quite honest with you. It's okay, but I don't always reach for it. The Pro Concealer in the color Orange is what I'll be using to color correct. I usually color correct around my mouth, and then I like to color correct underneath my eyes because your girl does not sleep. She's up all of the time. So I'm using the Wet n Wild foundation in the color Toffee. This is our Photo Focus foundation. I love the applicator on it. I do feel like for summer I need to go a little deeper. As you'll see in the end of the video, I feel like I could have gone a lot deeper. When you apply it, I feel like it looks nice and brown like my skin tone, but I mean, if you see on my forehead, it's obviously lighter, and I feel like that's definitely a winter shade when I purchased it, but not for summer. But we're gonna use it today because that's what we have, girl, and I'll fix it a little later with some setting powder. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out with my beauty blender. I really like the formula of this. I feel like it's nice and creamy when you put it on. The applicator, like I said, is really, really nice, and the color range is really great. The price is obviously awesome, and I think for a drugstore foundation, it's a really, really good foundation. It lasts me all day, and yeah, I just think I need a different shade for this summer, that's all. So my camera went out while I was concealing, but I did use the Colourpop concealer in the shade 36, and then I'm setting this using the contour kit from Wet n Wild in the color Caramel Toffee. I really do like this. You guys seen last year in my favorites, this contour kit. It's look at it. It looks like really powdery. Like you would never believe it was a pressed powder unless you tried it on your own. So I wanted to use Heather Silk Wet n Wild blush, but I decided to use the blush from Milani in the shade Blossomtime Rose number 11, and I really like this shade. It's nice and rosy. At first I was like, oh, this isn't going to show up on me, but I think it's like the perfect like powdery pink. It still has like a mauve undertone to it, and especially when you add it on top of your contour and it blends together, it looks beautiful. So I'm going to be using this Milani highlighter. I figured I could use my Maybelline one that I always use, Molten Gold, but I told myself, no, use the Sun Glow Strobe Light 03 by Milani because you're always using that other one. And it's really beautiful. I just feel like it's light. I prefer using this in the winter time, but it looks really beautiful right now, so I mean, I ain't mad at it. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the eyes. I was going to go in with that green eyelid shade or the definer shade that looks like the blue brown pigment from MAC, or I could even go back into that definer shade that I used in the outer V and keep it neutral. So that's what I went for. I was just going to keep it neutral and put the lower lash line, that shade that we used earlier for the outer V. And the brush I'm using is from Morphe, and it's a R43. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up another old Morphe brush, and I'm just going to use that highlighter shade for the inner tear duct. So for lips, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Make a Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Liquid Lipsticks. This is in the shade Rebel Rose. I do have quite a bit of these shades, and I really like the formula of these. The price is really, really nice. Again, I will list the prices down below. I think it's just the perfect pinky mauve shade for my skin tone, and it looks really nice with this look. I do want to show you a few other lip colors that I think will look really good with this whole eye look. So the next shade I'm showing you right here is going to be the Coral Corruption. You guys have seen this in one of my other videos. I will list it down below. So yeah, super cute, super summery, nice and coral. Looks a little bit more pink on camera than it really is, but this shade is really nice. My lips are hurting. So the next shade we're going in with is going to be Berry Recognize. I like this shade. It's a really, really deep berry shade, and it looks really, really nice year round, winter, fall, summer, spring. I think this shade is super nice because of the tone. So the next shade, and the shade I'm going to be keeping on for the remainder of the day, is Missy and Fierce. You guys know I like it just because of the name. First of all, I love Mia Red. Everybody always compliments my lips and how my makeup looks when I'm wearing a red lipstick. Everybody loves a red lipstick. If you don't love a red lipstick, you're crazy. Overall, guys, I think this look is perfect for like something basic, night out, something quick you have to go do, an expensive look you don't want to spend a lot of money if you're going to like a wedding or something, like whatever you want to do that's kind of formal, especially with this red lip, I think would look nice. It's nice in a daily drugstore look if you're gonna add with like a lighter lip. This look is just so versatile and I really like it. I think the formula of this eyeshadows are really, really good. I just feel like I could have went a little deeper on the foundation, but again, I did purchase this in the winter, so yeah, it's my winter shade. So guys, this is the final look. I did use mostly all Wet n Wild, but all of the products that I was using today are drugstore, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions about the products or any questions for me as far as technique or anything else like that goes, just go ahead and make sure you guys ask me down in the comment box below. Everything that I will be using in this video will be down in the description box below. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody who might find it useful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you check out some of my other videos, and also follow me on Instagram at I am Sasha Fierce 411 and Snapchat at Sasha Fierce 411, where I post other looks besides the ones I post here on YouTube. Love you guys.